Dealing with anxiety symptoms. Dealing with anxiety starts with first recognizing the symptoms that you're suffering from are a form of anxiety disorder. Whether you're dealing with social anxiety in all its forms, maybe you're dealing with panic attacks or you're dealing with anxiety attacks, whatever it is that you're suffering, because you're here, you're more than likely looking for a way of effectively dealing with anxiety. The first step to dealing with anxiety is to get very clear as to what it is and how it's affecting you. We've created for you a clear, easy 7-step process that will teach you how to deal with severe anxiety attacks. More about that later, or you can read more about it by clicking the link below this video. Now, here are some of the symptoms that you may recognize that will clearly show you that you are actually suffering from something a bit more than just a bad case of nerves. Symptoms that you'll suffer that will show you that you're dealing with anxiety. Now, these symptoms can vary enormously for each person, but there are some universal physical and emotional reactions that anxiety will cause the body to display. Rest assured, the minute you begin to feel anxious, you will be aware of it. It is, after all, metaphorically, a very loud knock at the door. What is happening is your body, through chemical release, is triggered into a state of high alert. You are hypervigilant, like a small animal trying to forage. Your senses will be constantly pricked, sniffing the air. You will be tense like a coiled spring, in constant readiness to fight or to flee for your life. I feel exhausted just writing it. Because of it, you may notice some of these common symptoms of anxiety. Increased heart rate, quicker breathing, possibly even starting to hyperventilate, tense, nervous, generally edgy, sweating, shaking or trembling uncontrollably, wavering voice tone, a sense of dread or hidden danger, of vulnerable, looking for an escape, feelings of lethargy and weakness, inability to focus or concentrate, stomach and digestive problems, heartburn, high levels of acid, poor sleep patterns, even insomnia, obsessing on negatives, repetitive irrational behaviours, procrastination and avoidance, ruminating on old significant negative emotional events from the past. Then there's the symptoms that you're dealing with panic attacks. Panic attacks are usually shorter in duration, but usually far more extreme in nature. You'll feel a sudden, illogical and sometimes inexplicable onset of fear that will rise to an uncontrollable peak in a very short space of time. The classic 0 to 100 miles an hour literally in seconds. It will more than likely involve 4 or more of the symptoms below. Hot flushing and palpitations, tremors in the hands and legs, even uncontrollable shaking, dizzy and unsteady on your feet, maybe even feeling faint, feelings of not being able to breathe, difficulty filling your lungs, a tightness around the chest, numbness and tingling around extremities, perhaps acid reflux and or nausea, a general fuzzy, dazed feeling, detached and distracted, feelings of going mad, crazy with no sense of control, perhaps even feel like you're dying. When suffering from panic attacks, the symptoms and your systems can seem to have an extreme reaction. This reaction can easily be mistaken for a serious physical illness. It is not uncommon for people to think they are having a heart attack or some sort of seizure. People suffering from extreme anxiety may visit their physician or accident emergency more often than most. Now, these symptoms can be misinterpreted as some sort of serious health condition or life-threatening illness. We take dealing with anxiety very seriously and have created a highly effective program specifically to help people just like you.